So I believe we are ready to start. Please make sure that you hear me well. Please post in chat that everything okay with the audio. Great, thank you. So hello everyone and welcome to the contribution day. I really appreciate the opportunity to keep the tradition and get together to code, to communicate, despite the fact of all the lockdowns that happen around the world now. And a year ago, we had a contribution day at MageConf, and we got around 100 people there with 50 pull requests. And speaking about the physical events, it was one of the largest contribution days in terms of attendees and pull requests created. And this fact showed us that Ukrainian community is one of the strongest pillars of Magento development world. And during the last year, we saw around 1,500 pull requests delivered into Magento Core and PWA Studio. And most of these bug fixes and features you can see in Magento 2.4 release. And it's really impressive how strongly Magento relies on us, on contributors in the platform lifecycle. So today we have opportunity to make this platform even better. We will have a lot of members of Magento Community Engineering Group to help you with your contributions. Also, we will have 5 dedicated tracks. It's PWA, GraphQL, Magento Core, PHP Storm plugin, and DevDocs. So feel free to join any track you like. So every track will have a dedicated Slack channel. So the main channel of communication will be Slack. Also, every track will have a dedicated track in Hopin. So if you are not sure about how to connect the proper Slack channel, you have the link to page with all the information in the main Slack channel, and also I will post the link right here. There you can find the information about where to find the backlog, etc. But make sure that you joined the Slack channel, because the actual information you'll find there. Also, we will have 2 demo calls for presenting your work. The first one at 9 o'clock Ukrainian time, and the second one is 11 o'clock tomorrow. So if you have something to show, do not hesitate to contact me or any other maintainer in Slack or here in Hopin, and we will grant you the presenter role during the demo. You can show your work. Also, if you have any idea, question, or whatever, do not hesitate to write about that in Slack. So make sure you have enough coffee and have fun. I'm passing the word to Sergey for providing more details on the process. Thank you.
Hello, guys. Hey guys, give me a couple of seconds and we'll start. Okay, so yeah, it's very nice to see you all there. Actually, I cannot see you, but I can see your messages in the chat. And well, yes, that's a kind of a new experience for us at the contribution days. But let's keep it going. Let's try to do our best for this virtual contribution day. And although we cannot like communicate as usual at the contribution day, come to each other's table and like hold each other's shoulder and like talk and communicate in like in one space, but we can create the same way of communication online. We have the Slack, we have the Hopin meeting. So let's use them in full and let's try to give it a go. So right now I'm going to share the traditional Magento Contribution Day presentation that will go through the basics of the contribution that is partially applicable to all the tracks, all the projects, but I will use the examples from Magento to track. And probably after this presentation, you can have more details on specific details related to the project explained to you in the projects meeting rooms. So let's go. Okay, hope you can see my screen now. MageConf, MageConf contribution day. And so we'll have the sessions in the Hopin meeting rooms. We are going to have several sessions during the day. We'll tell about it a bit later, but and also throughout the day will be available in the rooms for the discussions. In case you would like to join the conversation in the Hopin, you can send the request from the interface to share your audio and video, and we can communicate during the day there. But still, the main communication channel for this contribution day is Community Engineering Slack. If you have not joined the Slack, if you are a new contributor, there is a link and the QR code to get the invitation for the Community Engineering Slack. And in the Slack workspace itself, today's channel is event MageConf CD 2020. Please join this channel if you haven't done so already. Most communication is going to be there. Also, if you would like to discuss anything, if you have any questions, we can communicate in Slack. And if you'll need to have the voice or face-to-face communication, we can arrange it in Slack and then connect in the Hopin, or we can connect in the Hopin straight away if that will be possible. So in general, the walkthrough of the contribution day, of the contribution. First, you are picking an issue that you would like to fix or implement. And something new that we have recently introduced is the priority that should be considered. Like the higher priority issue you are going to select, the more value you're going to deliver to the community and to the project that you are working on. Then basically, once you picked an issue, you have to ensure you forked the Git repository of the project and work in your fork. Then basically fix and commit the issue. If you have any questions, any doubts during this process, the idea of contribution-based collaboration. So feel free to talk about it in Slack, to post your questions, to post your ideas, to talk with us. And finally, when the issue is fixed and covered with some kind of tests, we really encourage you to cover all the changes with tests if they are not covered already. The next step is to create a pull request and run the test on the pull requests. Once the builds are green on the pull request, we are going to process it further. As for selecting an issue, so there are some differences on different projects on which issues are ready for selection for the contribution date. But in general, on most of the projects, it's ready for development column of the projects on the GitHub repository. For example, on Magento 2, there are several backlogs actually. There is GraphQL backlog as well on Magento 2 repository, but as for the core contributions, we have created the focus backlog that is called high priority backlog that can be opened from the projects tab, and it's simply filtering all the issues to display only P0, P1, and P2 priority issues. So the highest impact, the most important issues are sorted there for convenience. Just make sure to pick issues of higher priority, because we are focusing on the delivery of higher priority issues, and the highest priority issue we will work on, the fastest it will be processed and delivered. Also, these priorities are mostly set by the community engineering team, but we have a meeting twice a week that you can see in the community calendar on opensource.magento.com. And anybody can join this. So this is a public meeting. Anybody can join it, discuss the issues, highlight your issue that you think is a high priority for us to prioritize it faster. As well, if you see that there is some issues that has low priority, but you think it might be a mistake and it should be prioritized higher, that's also a thing that we can discuss on those meetings, and we can discuss in Slack as well. So yeah, for Magento 2 projects, for GraphQL and most other projects, pay attention to priority. For Magento 2, we have that high priority backlog. For other projects, you can just filter the issues based on priority label. And there are some specifics on prioritization backlogs for different projects that will be, I believe, explained in details on the project tracks after the session. So after the issue is selected, you can assign the issue to yourself. By the way, make sure the issue that you are picking is not assigned to anybody else, and nobody is working on it. So once you select it, you can assign it to yourself using either Magento "I'm working on it" comment, as you can see on the screen, if you are already in Magento organization, or if you need an invitation, you can use the MageConf CD 2020 hashtag as a comment under the issue, and you will get an invitation and be assigned to an issue. Yeah, so To work on the project, you first need to fork the repository, and work in your fork. All the pull requests should be created from the fork to the project repository. Then you're basically cloning your fork to your local. Make sure you create your branch for fix using the default branch or the appropriate latest version of the project. And then based on that branch for Magento 2, that will be 2.4 develop, create your branch for the fixed issue. Now, once you completed the fix, it will be good if you will provide the commit message referencing the issue. That can be done basically specifying the repository hash and the number of issue. In the commit message, the GitHub will link such messages to the issue automatically, and then push to your fork. There is plenty of documentation that you can find on DevDocs according to the technical guidance, definition of done backward compatibility policy. There is contribution guide as well that can help you to have the high quality fix and to avoid any rejects from the review of the pull request. So once you create your pull request, it would be good to share it in Slack just to keep the communication going and for us to assess and give you feedback as soon as possible. And after that, we are going to have 2 demo sessions in this contribution date. The first one is at 9 p.m. Kiev time, and the final one is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Kiev time. So prepare to demonstrate your pull request at these demo sessions, basically showing the actual functionality before the fix and after function. And after the fix would be perfect. However, for some pull request, you can just show your pull request and explain the approach, explain what actually was done. That will be really good. Yeah, one more thing. So when you create a pull request, you have to run the tests on the pull requests. So we can create the pull request, then add a couple of commits. For example, fixing some changes, like review your pull request yourself first. And after it's completed, you can run the tests using the Magento run all tests command to launch all the builds that we have, or run some specific tests or rerun some specific tests after fixes with the command Magento run and the name of the build that can be actually copied from the statuses down from the pull request. For example, Magento run static tests or Magento run database compare. If your pull request contains MFTF tests changes only, for example, it wouldn't make sense to run all the tests. You can run just functional tests, like Magento run functional tests B2B, comma, functional test C, comma, functional test EE, and ensure all tests are green. If some tests are failing, click on the details link and see why the test actually failed and try to fix it. So apart from the usual code contributions, there is also a quality contribution track that is mostly supported on Magento 2 core track. And that is basically helping us to verify the issue, helping to prepare the issue for the developers to fix it, to ensure the reported issue is valid, or maybe it's not valid, to avoid the delays on the contribution phase. To participate in that kind of contribution, you have first to let us know your GitHub ID to get the extensive permissions for the issue verification. Then basically pick an issue for verification from the Ready for Grooming tab in this case. Self-assign the issue. Once you assign to the issue, you will see the checklist that will guide you through the process, and finally confirm or fail the confirmation of the issue. Yeah, on Magento 2 track that's ready for grooming column, the issues that are reported but not confirmed yet. And you can self-assign to an issue using the command Magento I'm working on it. Once you assign to an issue, you will get that kind of guidance. Everything will be explained on how to confirm, how to verify this issue. On this step, you can also use the Magento Deployer by typing the command Magento give me 2.4 develop instance, for example. Magento Deployer is also available for pull requests. And yeah, so once you post this comment, you will get your instance usually in 5-7 minutes. And finally, if issue is confirmed, you'll need to add the reproduced in on24 and issue confirmed label. If issue cannot be reproduced, just let the reporter know that issue cannot be reproduced. Probably some steps or preconditions should be updated on the issue. And add the event label to the issue that you are verifying for us to know about it, or post the issue to the Slack channel. Yeah, so finally, please join the Slack channel, be active on it. So let us know what you are, how you are doing. If you have any issues, any problems, let us know about your pull requests, about your verified issues. And for general questions and Magento 2 track questions, you can contact anybody from community engineering team. That's me, that's Gabriel, that we will be working the first part during the first part of the contribution day, and we will join the contribution day also tomorrow, starting from the morning and until the final session. And later on, the Austin part of community engineering team will join the contribution day. That's Stanislav Idolov and Sergey Jepa. Sergey Jepa is responsible also for the quality tracks. So all the questions about the issues can be addressed by him. And today we have not just Magento 2 track, but other projects, and the project leads are Yaroslav, Jet, Vitaly, and Lars. If you have the questions or comments specific to these specific projects, please contact the product leads. And now I guess we are done on the main track, and depending on the projects you would like to work on, please join the appropriate meeting rooms in the Hopin to get the details on the specific projects. Thank you very much for your attention. I think demo session is going to be started soon. Just in case you are going to demo your contribution, demo your pull request, you can already request to share your video and audio on the right top side of the video area, so that you can test, join ahead of time and ensure it's working for you. Hey, Gabriel, Stas, Vitaly, would you like to join the conversation here? Because I'm feeling a bit lonely. Oh, wow. Now I see the people. Now I see the event is going on. Hey, guys.
Let me turn on the lights here. Can you hear me?
Hey, Yaroslav. Yeah, yeah. We can.
Okay.
So how's the days going?
I have a feeling that I'm the only contributor today.
In terms of Storm plugin, a lot of work had been done, but not that much presenters. So, unfortunately.
I see, I see. So I will drop the message to Slack to join the Magento Mind Rec room. Just
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
you can send the link right to the room.
It's possible. It has a sort of hash you can try.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we have too many rooms today, so lots of questions.
Okay.
This does.
Is Jeff and Lars here? Guys, would you like to join as well? Okay. Contributors who would like to show their contributions, just click the button on top right corner of the screen to share your video audio. Yeah, Nazar is joining us as well, and we can add you so that you will be able to demo your contribution, talk with us. Hi Nazar, how are you doing?
Hello. Nice. Yeah, nice. Nice to meet you. Oh.
Yeah, long time no see.
So we can start share, or we waiting?
I'm not sure. Yaroslav, what do you think? Should we wait for more?
But we can start. Maybe we'll go in a couple of minutes.
Okay, then let's go. Okay, guys. So, that was, I believe, a good beginning and warm up of the contribution day on the first part of it. So if you have done something already, if you have created a pull request, that's awesome. You can demo it. If you are in the middle of something, but there is already something you can show, that's also welcome. You can show, basically the demo would be showing the actual actual behavior, actual functionality of the system, and the functionality after the changes. Or you can just go through, show the pull request and explain your approach, maybe even show some code to us, because most of the guys here are technical anyways. Are there anybody who would like to start?
I can present my little pull request with performance fix.
Go ahead, Nazar.
Okay, I will try to share my screen. Second. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
By the way,
Okay.
a note, maybe that might not be obvious to everybody. If you'd like to maximize the screen, just double click the screen sharing block, and you will be able to see the screen in details.
Okay. Is my resolution is fine of sharing screen?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
So I was working on issue with media gallery, which have like really bad performance for the directory key component. So the issue is basically when we have a lot of images in our media directory, the directory tree component go over all files and check if this directory, so it will include it to the directory. If not, it will be skipped and go to for over next file or directory. And in this approach will introduce really lack of performance, and as a reporters say, they have a lot of PHP errors, like in case of memory, and as a result, the directory component is not exist in the media gallery. This is not cool. So I was trying to fix this, and I found that we don't need to go over our files, and that's what we need for the directory component. It's only scan the directories. So the PHP have such function which allows us to like scan directories with regex, and we can pass the flag. That means that we need only the directories, not files. So it allows us to have like more better performance, and I made already made some tests. It like in this picture. So it's this file iterator.php includes the standard behavior which was on the current media gallery directory component, and this is time like micro time after execution with iterator and with glob, which uses the filters for only directories. So we have a good performance for reading the directories from file system. and I think this issue will be resolved for the sites which have a lot of images. And yeah, probably that's it.
Nice, thank you. That's a really important issue fixed P1, and yeah, that's great. Thanks, Nazar.
Yeah.
Okay, adding more people here.
By the way, do we have a limit how many people can join? Like it at the top of the screen, like it says 10 of 9. I'm not sure.
I think we should be okay, but we will try more.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Nazar, for your courage to be the first presenter today. Who will follow? Who would like to follow? Show us the second demo of the day. Vitaly?
Me. I will be the only one PHP Storm side because all the rest guys go rest because yeah, part of them was from India, and for now it's quite late there. So let me share my screen. Interesting. The button is disabled for some reason.
Yeah, I guess you have to select to click on the screen block before click, and the button will become available.
Screen block.
The block that is showing your screen on that interface.
Yeah, maybe the reason why we cannot see the share is because we have a lot of people sharing the video at the same time, because I have this button disabled as well. So maybe I will leave temporarily and then rejoin to free some space.
Okay, but it's still disabled. Maybe. And still disabled.
Now it should be fine.
So, now it's fine. So I start sharing. Yeah. So can you see my screen? Cool.
Yeah. Once again, a note for people who joined a bit later. Just double click the screen sharing to make it full screen to see it better.
So we got 9 pull requests today in scope of our contribution day to PHP Storm plugin. I'd like to start from this one, which is changing validation for create a plugin dialog. So the idea of this pull request is to refactor legacy code. So before we have validation like this, it's kind of if-else statements, and which is pretty repeated in all the dialogues and looks pretty awful. So we moved this validation to annotation. Huge shout out to Bogdan Harnyuk who create this flow. So now we can just add annotations with needed rules to any field, and it works like a charm. Also, this this framework brings user-friendly highlighting. Yes, I would like to show how it works. So let it be creating. Let it be cron job. Yeah. So if we provide some invalid data, it would highlight the input which should be corrected. Yeah, it wasn't implemented before, and now it's quite better from the user experience standpoint. Yeah, so Adarsh have worked on this during this week and provide a lot of pull requests. So we almost got all the dialogues refactored in this way. Yeah, so the next one is so it's pretty the same, but to just for different dialogue. So also we got Igor's video, who jumped into our let's say not environment but infrastructure changes. Yeah, he improved our templates in order to delete all unnecessary data, such as I don't know, iOS references, which is never used. Yeah, and improved improved speed of our builds. So now automatic tests works much faster. So huge shout out to Igor. Yeah, so let's jump to next one. Also, yesterday we released a new version of this plugin, 2.0.0, and today I was creating a wiki. I described everything what have been done in scope of this release. So there are a lot of new generators, and especially I'd like to emphasize UI components generation, because it's really gonna enhance overall experience working with UI components, which is known as a quite hard part of Magento. And this generators creates a lot of files in one action. So for example, after filling out needed information in form, you can get to the UI component right after setup upgrade. So I mean, all needed files such as controllers, menu, ACL, and so on is created from this one action. So I believe it's huge improvement, and I like to hear some feedback from you guys after utilizing it. So after this release, unfortunately, we spotted several issues, and today I'm working on them as well. So we've noticed that plugin in some cases accidentally being disabled. So I fixed this because of just let's say minor mistake in code, but huge error. So I fixed this, and this error also in one action, directory structure generator was worked incorrect. I also fixed this one, and I've deployed the patch release with these changes today, and now it's available. It's available from JetBrains repository, so you can install this version, which is 2.0.1, and use this new functionality without any bugs, hopefully. Yeah, so let me check whether I lost something here. Yeah, and also we got one PR from Connor, but it's pretty minor. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Vitaly. It looks like the contribution day was really productive on PHP Storm. That's very nice to see that kind of activity on the tool that helps us all to work on other stuff as well. So basically that's the base. Hi, Alexander.
Hello.
Okay, guys,
we'll have this plugin work for us. So soon we'll have nothing to do. So just click a couple of buttons and everything will be done.
Yeah, exactly. Like the button give us some profit, right? The features that all merchants are waiting for.
Guys, let's implement Magento feature generator. You like providing the acceptance criteria for the feature and just one button click and all code generated.
Released.
Then another button and test coverage is ready.
Yeah. By the way, we can start from test coverage. I would really love to have the feature that you put acceptance criteria as an input and get all the test coverage as an output to finally like resolve all the struggle with covering everything with tests, and it's still ensuring that everything is tested and functional. Okay, Alexander's joined second time. Guys, who would like to be the next one? I think we have enough room capacity for now, so the sharing should be available.
As far as I know, Andrei, who is presenter right now, has something to show us, but if you need more time, Andrei, just let us know.
Sorry for my Linux in advance. Today I am working on issue last couple weeks I am working on issues with GraphQL and company features B2B, and today I am continuing with these issues, and I am working on issue number 30466. So I thought that this issue not difficult, but one moment, I am share my screen. So, do you see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm fixing. I was fixing the GraphQL CM and resolvers for this. One moment. We changed the attribute names and queries names, and I need to fix the schema, and I need to fix resolvers, and it was maybe it was easy for me, but I need to fix a lot of tests, and now I am finishing these tests, and in 10 or 15 minutes I am going to create pull request. Together with fixing of this issue, I fixed some bugs, developer that made this feature. One moment. Maybe cannot to work with recursive and this method returns wrong data. The text attribute and sort order attribute returned null. Always returned null, and I think that this behavior incorrect because I fixed it, and now I'm going to create pull request and check this pull request with auto tests on Magento side. After that, I'm going to fix. I'm going to fix all topics in DevDocs that dependent on this issue. Yeah, that's all. Sorry for my English again.
In my opinion, your English is perfect, Andrei. It's a very nice.
Не перехвали.
Very nice demo. Thank you very much. Looking forward for the pull request, though. Okay. Thanks very much. Any volunteers to be the next presenter?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
No, let it be me. I'll try to share my screen. Probably you should see something right now. Oh, even I can see.
Yeah.
So today I worked with the multi-source inventory project. Yeah, there was some project which called like this. And now I will tell what I worked for. So since the Magento 2.4, actually before Magento 2.4, there was approach that on the category pages we used like an inventory stocks. I mean that's index tables, and on the PDP there was still used sources data and reservation data, and the status was calculated on demand. And by the way, do you see the presentation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And now since Magento 2.4, there was added an Asynchrony Index, and it provides the possibility to use the stock data for seeing the status on the PDP and PLP, and it provides enough accuracy to improve the performance in that case, because now we don't need to calculate anything on the storefront. Any calculation are done in the async mode by the RabbitMQ or MySQL queue. And in result, on the storefront, we only showing the correct data. But when we're trying to add product to the cart, there will be still a calculation done based on the reservation at sources, which will help us avoid oversells. And After that, unfortunately, this I think is working perfectly for simple products only. There are still issues for the composite products because their status are being like calculated on the storefront and not calculated beforehand by the reindex. So today I worked with this problem. Actually, this problem was already fixed, but there's like two things which need to be delivered simultaneously. First one is provide the fix for fixing the status of the composite products. And the second one is removing the sellability status like in calculation during the product load. Nowadays, when we load the product, it will every time will be executed like stock status calculation, and the result will be assigned to the product. But in some cases, we don't really need such operation, especially when this such operation can be really expensive for like non-storefront product loads. And yeah, the third part of this, I don't know, this performance optimization is to decrease the at product to the cart complexity. For now, we are like calculating the stock status for each product which was already added to the cart. And for real, we need only calculate it once when we add the product on the cart, and the second time when we place an order. And yeah, the like small extra. No, first of all, yeah, the results, the actual results of today is decreasing the amount of broken tests from like 19 from only 3. And I hope this will be even less until the end of this contribution day. But like a small extra, I found the answer on the question how many ways to impact on the saleable status. Means how many ways to change the product sellability without actually changing the stock itself. First of all, you can set the flag saleable, which will impact on the status. Second way is to set a flag is saleable, which will also impact on the status. And the third way is to say all items sellable. It will impact on the status for the bundle product. And I believe it's beautiful, and this information probably you won't hear on any other presentation. And yeah, it is it. Thank you for attention.
Thank you for your presentation.
It will be really good performance improvement for the Magento. Still, we are loading, like calculating their stock statuses on each product load, and like we have a lot of scenarios when we even don't need the stock data, for example, like catalog pages and so on. So yeah, it's a really good changes.
Oh, well done. Can I add one more participant? Christian is requesting to be added. Hi, Christian.
Hello.
Sorry for not adding you for some time, because we have a limit that it appears in this room. When we have too many people, we cannot share the screen. So.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to comment on the GraphQL B2B stuff, but I guess it was all covered. So thank you for finding that.
Okay, anybody else? Yeah, once again, in case we have new participants in the room who have joined a bit later, guys, if you would like to demo your contribution to join the video call, you can click the button on the top right corner to request sharing audio and video, and we will add you to the room so that you can present.
Yeah, maybe I will proceed and show something. I was trying not to steal issues from the backlog until the very end, but I was a little bit bored, so picked up a couple of them. Let me share my screen. Yeah, please let me know if you see my screen now.
We do.
Great. So I will not dig into details, maybe just briefly describe what has been done. Like the first pull request is fixing the issue in GraphQL with showing the special price, which is not in the date period of current date. So as you may remember, for special price of the product, we can set like the starting date and the ending date of this special price. So like if the current date is between the starting and ending date, so this price will be like as a final price of the product. And the issue was that even if we have set the special price for the future date, for example, for like 1st November, you can still see the special price if you request this field in your GraphQL request. So it's this behavior is not proper because we should not expose the special price before the date it becomes actual. So basically the fix is very simple and interesting. It was not easy to find out why it happens, but the fix itself is really easy because it's just about renaming the attributes that we add to the collection because we had incorrect names of these attributes. And as the result, under the hood, we have condition that checks if the date, if this special price corresponds to the current date, and we have null for these fields. And if we have null, the same, if we have like null here and null here, the special price is considered as actual. So by adding the correct attributes, this issue has been fixed, as well as another issue along with that. I haven't tested it yet, but just it's supposed to be fixed as well, where the special price ignores the from and to dates. So 2 issues in one shot. And another issue is adding possibility to filter categories by parent ID. So it's from the original issue, this request will make this change will make the Adobe Experience Manager's life easier in terms of amount of GraphQL requests. So there was a request to create the parent ID filter in categories, and this pull request introduces this possibility. And yeah, that's it from my end. Maybe I will have more tomorrow, and hope we will have more presenters from GraphQL track as well.
Good job. Yeah, we cannot remove special price, unfortunately, until 2.4.5. But yeah, we can still show accurate things.
Yeah, thanks. I think that once we have like 2.5 develop branch, we may propose the change in this branch.
Yeah, I
I
think we'll be able to switch the base branch for your pull request, hopefully. So that's that should be fine. Thank you. Yeah, I really like the fix with special price. Like spot on. Okay, I see the request from Andriy once again. Andriy, you're back.
Yeah. I have problem with my browser and permission of video.
Okay. So according to what I see on the top, we can add one more participant.
Share my feedback if you don't mind.
Yes.
Quite simple, but anyway, a moment. So basically, I've worked on one of the GraphQL queries, which was responsible for getting the breadcrumbs for the product. And the main issue was that the breadcrumbs were including the disabled categories. And basically, that's quite wrong. So in the end, we have like a result like this. So product. For this product seems like the following, but basically the default category is disabled, and when we're trying to exit, it gives us like the category is not accessible. That it means that it's not accessible for us. So basically the solution is quite simple and should fix this problem. So when we are trying to basically, so yeah, so quite simple issue, but anyway, I think it's a good improvement into GraphQL area that will not return the wrong categories, which are inaccessible for the end users. So probably that's all. Nothing so many things to share, but quite a couple of words.
Thank you. Well done.
There's so many weird cases like that. It's like you think, oh, it's breadcrumbs. It's simple, right? You just enumerate the categories. Well, they can disable, they can move, they can.
Yeah. By the way, applause would be nice for everyone, but it's I'm not sure it probably will look weird on the online meeting. I have never tried. I have never tried. Probably we can try it after the next demo.
Yeah, we actually have a video which we play after your presentation. So I don't know if this can play video, but that's what we do. So pause it.
Oh, nice. Which presentation is it after? Like on your meetings?
Yeah, like in Adobe, we use BlueJeans, so BlueJeans can stream actually videos. So after each presentation, we have a video with, those big like meetings that there's a lot of people and they all clap together.
Oh, nice. We have to incorporate that.
Yeah, let me find that video. Probably it's on YouTube or something.
Yeah, and I didn't know that you can actually stream video from BlueJeans. Probably have to check.
Yeah, you can. It's quite an amazing feature.
Okay.
You even can upload video to BlueJeans and then just like push the play button and that's it.
Okay, guys, any more volunteers to demo the contribution? This one will be special because we'll try to, well, not use the video, but at least upload, create some applause for after your demo. That will be a test on how this works. Okay, I guess we have to save the applause for the final demo then.
Okay, guys, while we're waiting, I just want to remind where and how you can pick the issue to fix. Let me try to share my screen. look like I need to add the permissions. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So here is a Magento repository. So how to, like, the proper way how to find the issues to fix. We have projects tab on the head of the repository, and we have several backlogs with the issues. So like the target backlogs, it's like top 2. It's a GraphQL backlog with GraphQL related issues, obviously. And the next one is high priority backlog. It contains like a lot of issues with high priority that was prioritized by Magento team, and it's like the most painful issues that we have and want to fix. So we can like say that issues with high priority, like fixes for the issues with high priority, will be reviewed as soon as possible. So once you will submit the issue with high priority, we will review the pull request and give you feedback as soon as possible. So yeah, we have around, like not around, like 80 issues that are ready for development. So feel free to pick up one of them and fix it. So that's it from my side.
So the contribution day will continue until at least my time, 5 a.m. So you guys are all from Europe, right? I wonder if anybody will actually be up later. I think, you know, any questions that you might have, you can ask me, because I'm going to stay a while. So I know, Yaroslav, how much you're going to stay and answer questions and can act as moderator. But feel free to keep posting questions on the chat, and we'll try to answer them.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. I will be here for maybe a couple of hours. I still have some beer in my fridge, so.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, Lars is joining us. Hello, Lars.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I have nothing to show, but I was thinking about to join. Currently, but maybe I can show you my current process or what I do, but I cannot share my screen.
I'm gonna, yeah, okay. Somebody just
Sorry,
left.
Andre, I had to remove it. You can try now.
I got it. Cool.
Wrong button.
Lars was going to share something so great that it crashed the oh,
Backend.
yeah.
There we are.
Hello.
So, okay, currently I'm working on a pull request for PWA Studio, and I don't know if you already heard about the new extensibility API. Yeah, and what I do currently is I build on this small pull request. It's a 8,000 liners pull request, small. It's a huge change to the extensibility API from Magento. And currently I is starting developing our own tab function, what allows us to injecting multiple payment methods to PWA Studio. And maybe to describe a little bit, yeah, this is a test, and currently I was fighting with tests, and maybe good to know about Jest is you should take a look on examples of Magento Core, because you can invest, I don't know, I invest 2 or 3 or 4 hours to debug this test, and it was like a simple double function call, what was not required in this case. Here you see it, and we changed it a little bit, and now it works. So, and what it does, it's publishes a new target, and you can call it in your scaffolded app. And currently I build an example based on it in a scaffolded app, like own payment method, and hopefully I can show you this tomorrow morning or in my presentation tomorrow. I don't know, let's see.
You can do both.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's a huge change, and it's it's really good to play with it. And if you want to know about how extensibility works soon, it's good to take a look on it, because in this pull request you can change almost everything in your scaffolded app and have so many new access points to PWA Studio. And yeah, it's a great thing.
Cool, thank you for sharing.
No problem. Yeah, I switched from the core track, from MSI track to PWA, and now they get all my contributions.
I think that this session will be live throughout the night, so if someone has something to show, just write in the chat or just request the, well, yeah, it's better to write in the chat so everyone sees it. And we will start another session and you will be able to show the demo. Okay, great. Then see you later. If you have any question regarding the issues or what to do, where to start, just feel free to ask any of us. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, just drop the message in the event channel in Slack. That will be probably the best bet, and we'll keep an eye on it. I think that that's a very, actually, that's kind of even impressive, I would say, demo for just the first part of the contribution day, right? Lots of interesting stuff, and
Okay.
really important issues already contributed, already created. The pull requests are created in a short time, so that's really inspiring, I would say. Okay,
They're all from different parts of Magento, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, all the projects. Okay, guys, I think I will leave for today and try to join you as early as possible tomorrow. And yeah, see you on the final demo.
Yeah, see you guys.
Thank you, Sergey.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Яро.
Morning.
Так мы вдвоем. Да. Hello, Gabriel.
Morning.
What about now?
Oh, yeah.
I just said привет, как дела, and you guys didn't hear it.
Яр, мы потом созвонимся, там по саджешену немножечко по тестам не догнал.
Yeah, let's switch to English. So, how was your night?
Great. I created 2 pull requests. Yeah. I think you know about it. This pull request about merge cards mutation into Magento Core and Magento Deluxe. Also, I am working on the query URL resolver, and I am going to finish it to conference, but now I cannot show something. Okay, so now I want to show my pull requests about merge cards notation. One moment, please. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I just like in the meantime, just wanted to say that like it's for everyone. If you have something to show, it's not necessarily like a created pull request, but maybe you have an idea or you are in the middle of something and want to show it, do not hesitate to write in the chat or just request the sharing permission and we will provide it. Thanks.
So do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So about my pull requests. Earlier, previously we need to send both fields, both params to backend using merge cards notation. This is source card ID, that is guest card ID, and destination card ID, that is customer card logged in customer card ID. And this behavior, this situation required sending 3 requests to backend. There are requests generate customer token mutation, customer card query, and merge cards mutation. So if customer is logged in, I think, and Magento architecture thinks that customer card query is redundant. So I make the param destination card ID not required, and I get this ID from one moment. From resolver masked card ID. And I get this ID if it is not provided, and apply this ID to this like a destination card ID. So we have a problem with test because mutation merge cards has wrong naming of params. One moment, please. Yeah, static test. according to live code style, we need to use params like a camel case, but currently we use param like this. That's all about my pull request. Yaroslav request the additional tests, and I think I create this test. Awesome. Yeah. That's all. Who is next?
Yeah, great presentation. Thanks, Andrei. Do you have a chance to sleep tonight, or it was like all night coding?
Perhaps yes, because I remember 4:50 a.m. and next it was 7 and 10 minutes. 7 a.m. and 10 minutes.
So you was taking a nap for keyboard.
No, I have no.
Yeah, it happens. But anyway, thanks for the presentation. And like, if we would have an award of top contributor, it would be you maybe today, because a lot of great pull requests from you and great presentations. So thank you for like your presence. And hi, Vitaly, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi. I wish I had so much more as Andrei have, because it's impossible to me stay full night, and I just went sleep yesterday, and have not such many progress. However, I start working on. Let me show. So I start working on models generator. So I consider your yesterday's wishes regarding providing acceptance criteria. Unfortunately, so far I can satisfy exact that, but still I'm working on improving overall experience, and I'm willing to create a tool which makes which helps to write more code with less effort. So I'm adding templates for resource models, and collections, and yeah, it's still in progress. Also, we have one more contributor who works on declarative schema generation, and then we will connect all this stuff with data model generators and form and UI form and grid generators. So after that, it's going to be possible to create kind of wizard, like entity creation wizard, let's say. And after passing through this wizard, we're going to get entity at the MVP, I believe, with just simple types, such as, I don't know, strings, integers, and so on. But it's going to be a good point to start with working with, to start with entity. So, and you will be able to add this entity via admin, delete, and so on. So I believe it's improves speed of development of new modules quite significantly. So oh, it's not Zoom. Where is my? So thank you. Yeah.
Very nice addition. Thank you.
Thanks, Vitaly. We're still waiting for a feature that will provide test coverage automatically for every solution. So maybe create another epic as the next task for contributors.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I think Alexander requested to join the moderation, so he may, not sure if he would like to show his pull request as well. Alexander Turiak.
Yeah, I was talking to him recently, and I have approved the request. Yeah, let's wait for a couple of minutes. Maybe he's configuring the video and audio.
Cool. Pavel, let's add him.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, we can indeed, yeah.
Nice to meet you all. I wanted to present you today a small pull request I did. That was actually a result of an investigation we did inside the company for quite a big project that introduced some advanced indexing mechanism, and we would have a whole indexing process built from a couple of indexers, so you could have a list of indexers defined, and then we would process those indexers, see if there are any logs in the indexers and from the indexers, and we would create a zip file from them and rotate the logs to remove the old logs. And one of the issues we found was that after some of the imports that the Elasticsearch node failed, we would have a huge problem, because all of a sudden it seemed like a couple of processes were trying to create those zip files and were trying to essentially to create zip files to rotate the logs. So a couple of processes operating on the same files, it gets ugly. It's pretty hard to reproduce too, because to use the process forking in Magento in the process manager, you have to have the PCNTL extension enabled, and you have to have this Mage indexer threads count environmental variable set. Also, when you're working with vanilla, it's not so obvious to reproduce it. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's run here the catalog search full text indexer. It utilizes the multi-dimensional strategy. So up to the number of threads that you configure, and depending on how many stores you have, it will try to run as many dimensions. So it will try to fork the process. So when you run it like this, this is the default 2.4 develop right now. And I added an exception inside the indexer to exit it quickly and to show what happens on exception. It will just go like, whoa, catalog search index process unknown error. The exception name is unexpected error, so that's expected. But what is unexpected and weird here, as you can see, is that you got a couple of messages: process unknown error, process unknown error, process unknown error. And this is due to the fact that the process manager doesn't think that an exception can happen inside one of the dimensions. So when it happens, it follows through the parent's execution process. So that's why for us, it was trying to rotate the logs from a couple of sub-processes and so on. So my pull request essentially changes the way those are processed. So by default, it goes into multi-threads execute, it forks the process, and starts child processes. But as you can see, it just calls user for function, and it assumes it will always complete successfully, because it only exits if it completes successfully. If it's an exception thrown inside of the function, it won't exit the child process. So the child process will continue as it was a parent. And my pull request, I saw Igor already approved it. Basically changes that behavior to, here's the exception to show what's going on. To try catch finally, and we log the error from the subprocess so that the process is always exited, because it can cause very strange behavior. And right now, if we have an error, it will just display the error message once, but in our case, it would stop processing the logs a couple of times and so on. Another error that I discovered while I was preparing for my presentation with the vanilla is that if you have less dimensions than available indexer threads, so for example, I have 3 stores and I could run it with make indexer threads count 4. It will never check if there's an error in the child process. And this, by the way, is how it's all, like 99%, that's how it's run with this multi-dimensional indexing on the servers. As you can see right now, it will go unexpected error, process unknown error, but the parent process will think that the indexing was successful, because the check that marks the child process as failed depends on whether the thread number, which is basically the thread number in this meaning is how many times how many functions the user entered to the process manager, is bigger than the threads count. So if you have 3 stores, you have only 3 dimensions, but you might have a setup that has 4 cores. And if you have such a setup, it means that whenever your catalog search, price, or catalog product indexer, because these are the ones that use the multi-dimensional indexing, fails, one of the sub-processes fails, the parent will always think that it's successful, so it can lead to pretty strange bugs. I will try to work on the other bug this week too, but the pull request for the biggest problem is already accepted from what I saw. So yeah, that's it.
Very nice addition. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you. It's really great to see such good fixes and improvements during the contribution day. And I see Alexander was able to connect finally. So Alexander, please jump in.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm kind of not a usual contributor in this group, but yeah, I was inspired generally to join and look a bit into the GraphQL issues. So let me share, try to share my screen. Okay, I think Google Chrome requires some permissions and it needs to be restarted to be able to share. Means I have to rejoin. So yeah, bear with me, I will rejoin.
Maybe we'll wait for a couple of minutes because he mentioned that he's in a hurry a little bit, so just not to start another presenter for a couple of minutes. But it's not usual thing to see the presenter from the car. Like,
yeah, that's what I call dedication.
yeah.
Okay, should be back. Okay, so worked on the issue about caching issues with the product. So basically, when we use the GET requests, we get cached queries, and when there is a position change for the products in the category, this is not applied. So basically, the generally problem is that we have. Let me send this request. So we have only tags for products. We don't have tags for categories, cache tags, I mean, and the tags are not flashed for the category, and this way the query is being cached and it's always hit. So basically, yeah, this query does not know anything about the category cache tags and basically the respective cache. So for this, yeah, we need, let me clean the cache. To show it in the effect, basically. So basically, the first request is not cached, and we get the products in the category. Should be returned. In a second, let's see. Demos are not always fluent, so yeah, and basically when we change here the positions for the products, it's not being reflected because yeah, this query does not know anything about the category tags as I mentioned. Okay, it takes some extensive time. Okay, and basically to add the fix for this, I have some code in progress, which is already working, but yeah, is not that pretty. So the idea is generally to pass some information about categories. So I also discussed this with Christian during the night, and yeah, he proposed to pass some information about category ID in this query. So the code is not completely tested for the in case, for the in condition, but for the AQ condition, it's already working. So basically, the idea is to add the cache tag for the category itself, and so generally for the category and for the category ID to the list of cache tags. So basically, as you see right now, by default, we have just category, just product tag and specific product tags by IDs. So this is the hit query. So when we change here the products positions, this query will be still a hit, which is wrong basically because we did change positions for the products. Just bear with me in a second. I am a bit in an unusual location because yeah, I mean my car is from using mobile connection, so it's a bit slow. Okay, so we go to the products and category. We change. So as you see now, we have test product 1, test product 2. So we want to have test product 2 as the first one and test product 1 as the second one. So we save this category. And we go here again. We send the request and we get the hit again. So basically, the query was still cached. So now when we add the logic here, from my pull request, and then we try basically to request this again. So yeah, right now it's been cached. So let's add some trickery here. Okay, so you see that we have now the tags for the category and for the category ID, basically the cat. So cat C3 is a category we are requesting, and basically the result is now not cached, and we have test product 2 as the first one, test product 1 as the second one. So basically when we send again, we get the hit as we should, and yeah, it's been cached again. And when we update in the backend panel, we will properly get cache miss, and yeah, things will work. So yeah, that's my fix. It's still in progress. As I said, need to improve the code, validate it, write some tests. But yeah, at least there's a good start and things are working properly now. Thank you.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing, Alexander.
No problem.
Good morning.
Morning, Sergey.
Yeah, very nice presentation. Brilliant.
How are you doing, Sergey?
Oh, I'm doing perfect. You know, waking up straight to the demo session. it's something that's really inspiring and energizing for the day, I guess. Like doubling the effect of coffee.
Good, but coffee doesn't help anymore. Okay, maybe someone has something to show. So just request the access, and even if you don't have the final result, but in the meantime, Andrei, do you want something to show? Because you told that you have something in progress, but not finalized yet, or you.
I think you're muted.
You're not muted in Hopin, but it looks like your headset is muted.
Weird. For me, it looked like he was muted in Hopin. Maybe some issues there.
I can. Yeah, there is a small icon of microphone. You are muted now, Gabriel. I can see that.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually interesting. I can see the message 10 people loaded successfully in the event area. They're not in the room though, looks like.
You hear me?
Can hear you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm not sure that I have a possibility to show something, because about 5 minutes I found some bug in my logic. Sorry. Hello, Dennis.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So maybe I can share my progress.
Great.
Yeah, go for it.
So do you see my screen?
Do you?
Yeah. So in February, I open issue future request for improving UI grid in Magento. So my idea is not trigger data reload because we can provide data at page loading. And so how it's working in Magento 2.4 branch. If we open the page, we can see that Magento sent additional request for loading data. Just a moment. Yeah. So you can see that Magento call UI render for retrieving data. But if you check page source, we can see that at page load, we already have data, and Magento provides default collection by page load. And my main idea that take applied filters from bookmark and provide it at page load. It's working okay on all pages except pages where used Ajax. Ajax requests for rendering UI grid. For example, it's customer address tab and something another. So currently, we can see that if we apply something filters and reload the page, Magento don't send requests for rendering and provides collection based on bookmark settings, saved bookmark settings. So for now, my plan finish fixes for functional tests. It's customer address page and make all checks green. That's all.
Very nice, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for the great presentation. All right, so I don't see anyone else who wants to join the presentation. So maybe in the meantime, in the background, I was checking the pull requests created during the contribution day, and like at first glance, we have around 35 pull requests created from yesterday's noon till now, and it's really impressive considering the fact that we like don't have as many people as, for example, on distributed contribution day in India. But nevertheless, we have almost the same amount of pull requests, and it says that this event was really productive. So thanks to all contributors, because during the, it was radio silence almost all the time in the chats and here in Hopin, but then on the demo presentations, we have presented a really great job. So thank you all. And yeah, I believe we will have this event online at least 1 hour and 20 minutes. So if you want to show something, do not hesitate to join this room and request the presenter role. And then also just want to mention that we have prepared the backlogs for this event, but there's plenty of tasks in every backlog, so you can pick up every task even after the contribution day. It's like, feel free to do that. And if you need any help, just leave a comment in the issue or just create a pull request and then provide your comments there. Sergey, maybe you want to add something.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So elaborating on Yaroslav's comment, there are plenty of pull requests, but also those are, as I can see, all high priority pull requests. So that's that means that that's not even quantity, but the quality and the value that was contributed during this contribution day is basically as we could expect with MageConf. And MageConf contribution day was always like a good example of a very high-level professional collaboration. Just an example for all the contributions day to look at and see how the best contributors are working. Thank you guys for participating, for your demos, for the contributions. That's really cool. Also, like I really so one thing that I really love about this contribution day in general, considering the situation, I'm really happy to see you actually here to see your videos. So thanks for joining the meeting room so that we can see each other in person, because that's something, you know, we are still collaborating on GitHub, but on GitHub it's just an avatar and it's just a code, and that's a bit disconnected from reality, and that's really nice thing to have those contributions days, to see each other, to actually to feel the spirit of community. And I really love that, and I hope you enjoy it too. Yeah, I think we'll stay in the room for a little bit, just in case anybody still would like to demonstrate the pull request, or just to communicate, to chat. And I do remember that yesterday at the Meet contribution day demo session, we talked a bit about trying to create a round of applause. Can we try to do it now? Just for all the contributors that have demoed their pull request, and all the contributors who created the pull request even without demo. Let's do this. Let's try it. Right? 3, 2, 1. Well, in the recording, we'll also add the video that Christian shared yesterday. I think that will be nice.
Yeah.
So, how was your night, guys? Anything to share?
Yeah, Andrew was the most productive user of this night. He has created a couple of pull requests, and I'm sure that he is working on something else. And by the way, just wanted to mention that you can see a couple of pull requests created in the GraphQL track. So these pull requests are marked as GraphQL label, and also some of the pull requests have GraphQL prefix at the beginning of the title. Feel free to create documentation or change the existing documentation in the dev docs about that, because most of these pull requests, they will be accepted because they was requested by product owners. So yeah, it's another chance to create something good. If you don't want to spend much time writing the code, you can write the documentation. Morning, Bogdan.
I can try to share what I have done and what I still have to do. Tak, 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Maybe you too need to restart your browser.
Okay, I will try now.
If you have like the share button disabled, you should click on the image of the screen inside of this window. Try to click on it, and then the button should be available.
I have tried to share entire screen, but after clicking on share button, this icon frozen, like before.
Like I'm not sure that restarting the browser will help in this case, because like sometimes Chrome says that you need to provide additional permission for sharing your screen. If you don't have this message, then I'm not sure that.
Okay, I will try now. Let's start.
Okay, fine.
The same thing.
Hold please call me in Zoom. I'll try to help you.
Okay.
What did you get after clicking this blue button, share?
The same as before.
What?
Set the icon with screen. I cannot share it.
Really weird. Okay. Let me get back to Zoom.
Oh, I guess now it's working. Thank you, Vitaly. Okay. I have been adding reference completion for table names and column names for DBCM XML files. If you want to add something to tables that already defined in DBCM XML files, you can use these references, or you can create a new one and use references and completion for table tag in constraint or reference table or column or reference column. It would work as I showed. If you will try to get completion for a column, the system will search in this table, not for all tables in the DBCM XML file. The same as for reference column and reference table. What about references itself? You can go by clicking on the table name, or the same for column. Also, I have covered all its by tests with tests. For now, one only for completion. And around of hour maybe I will finish tests for references.
That's amazing. I love PHP Storm plugin more and more.
Yes.
I think coming soon we will have a possibility to say Magento plugin, please create a model.
In series and
Like a series.
Vitaly, have plans about maybe you tell about this or not, about AI components creation, table creation?
Yeah, I already announced that we are about to make kind of wizard to create an entity and fully ability to manage it via admin. Yeah.
It will be very cool, I guess.
Where are you guys connecting from? Which locations do we have here?
Khmelnytsky region.
The same for me.
Russia, Taganrog.
Ukraine, Kharkov.
Oh, nice. Dublin, Ireland. And I would say yesterday it was a really sunny day for us, but today the weather is kind of, I don't know, maybe there was too much sun yesterday, so today it's kind of shitty weather. What's the weather in your location right now?
Cloudy, and but no rain.
The same in Taganrog.
We are not far away from each other too much. Looks like it's the same weather. Still close. Still close.
This is how Magento makes people closer.
Yeah, we have an impact on the weather.
It seems Bogdan needs assistance from me, so I'm leaving. So thank you. Bye.
Thanks for that.
Bye.
I'm to leave.
Have a good day.
I'm now looking at the schedule for MageConf. Have you guys selected your favorite presentation or your favorite track for today?
Where are you looking at the schedule?
On Twitter. That's the main information source for Magento. Let me share my screen. Here it is.
Just looking to agenda.
Yeah, actually, the only thing that I'm concerned about, there are so many tracks, and I guess, yeah, that's all of them are like 5 tracks at the same time. So you have to pick pick what you are going to attend really carefully. Because attending one of the sessions, you are missing 4 of other sessions.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about pull requests. I just didn't understand. Like, now I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, MageConf. Pull requests. I just checked, and we have 41 pull requests created during the, actually 45, but 4 of them were closed. So let's say 41, and actually 1/3 of them have been merged already. Well, for sure, like PHP Storm plugin project have merged almost all of the pull requests during the contribution day. Unfortunately, we cannot do the same thing for Magento so fast for the core track. So we have, that's probably the most sophisticated process to merge the pull request to ensure all the things. And 1 pull request merge for dev docs. We have like several pull requests to dev docs and merge docs. That is also cool. And quite a lot to PWA Studio. So I would say we have evenly, there was an even distribution of the pull request between all of the projects. That's a versatile contribution.
Yeah, I was talking to myself. I just realized that I was muted. So, thank you, Sergey, for providing this information. It's great to know that we have even more great pull requests created. And I was talking about the situation in Slovakia and just see that no reaction on your faces. So we have a sort of lockdown from yesterday with limited permission to go outside. So you cannot just drive somewhere. You can go to the grocery store only nearby, and the same for everything. So I will try to change my location to go to the office now somehow, because I see we have police everywhere checking. So really interesting situations because of COVID.
Okay, will you be able to get home from the office then?
That's a good question. I will do my best.
Okay, good luck. And we also have the lockdown in Ireland, by the way. We can go only 5 kilometers away from our home.
Yeah, I heard about it. Okay, so I will be available in the chat just in case. And once again, thank you guys for helping to make it happen.
Thanks a lot, Yaroslav. Thank
you guys for organizing it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was really great. So it was much better than I expected, must admit.
That was perfect. Thank you. Okay, guys, I think that should be the last call to present anything or just to raise any questions or to say something, because I guess we'll be wrapping up and switching to MageConf. That is also a cool continuation of the contribution day. So giving you a couple of minutes in case you wanted to speak up. Okay, guys, once again, thank you all for showing up at this event and making it happen. Thanks for keeping the Magento community alive and keeping gathering. Hope to see you frequently. Hope to see you soon, maybe even in person, hopefully. And take care. And talk to you later, I guess. Maybe see you at MageConf as well.
Yeah, thanks, guys. See you soon. Thank you again, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.